Hey guys, what's up? How are you? I hope that you guys are having an amazing one today. If you're new to my channel, hi, my name is Jarrell, and in today's video we are going to be playing, trying, and talking about the new Natasha Denona Golden collection. I'm super excited. I went ahead and picked up the palette, the face palette, as well as the gloss or pumping gloss. I am super excited to try and just give you guys my overall opinion when it comes to this collection. I do have an affiliated code with Natasha Denona, which is Jarrell15. I am going to be linking her website and everything that you need down below in the description area, as well as all of the products that I am going to be mentioning to you guys today, as well as products that you might not see on video but I have used. I am going to also link it down below. I do have affiliated links, so thank you so much if you guys are using my links. I really truly appreciate it because it helps me just to bring it back to my channel. Let's go ahead and get started with this video, but before we do, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already. You can also like and comment down below because that definitely helps out my channel so much. And without further ado, let's get started. Let's go ahead and get started with the most exciting thing for me, which is the Natasha Denona Golden palette. Here we have the box. It is made in Italy. It does have a shelf life of 24 months. And here we have the packaging. It retails for $69. All right, guys, so here we have the palette. It is absolutely beautiful. You can see the wave on it is so beautiful, and this is the medium size palette. It does have a mirror, and here we have the color story, which is really nice, beautiful, earthy, very neutral shades. Very friendly for so many of you, especially if you are into this color story with your warm tones, golden tones. Very nice and beautiful. We do have 8 shades that I repeated from this palette right here, which is the original gold palette. You can see the pops of blues that we no longer have in this midi palette, and I totally understand why she took those blues, just to keep it really nice and cohesive when it comes to like golden undertones. Anyways, it is called the golden palette, so you know, I totally understand why she did it. This palette is no longer available, and it is so sad. So hopefully she gives us this blue and maybe a new palette just with those blues from the gold palette. I would like that, just in case Natasha Denona's team ever sees my video. I would love to see a palette just with these type of green, blues. Oh my goodness, yes please. Anyways, moving on to the face palette. This is the Golden Highlighter Trio Multi-Use Hybrid Glow Palette. The packaging is the same as the face palette with a little wave going on. Super beautiful as well. And here we have the 3 shades. Did you guys see that? Did you guys see that? All right, so here we have the packaging. I will pick it up in a little bit. I'm going to move on. It's gonna be okay. Sephora will send me a new one and it's gonna be just fine. Anyways, this palette is also made in Italy. It does have a shelf life of 18 months and it retails for $55. And the last product that we have in the collection is this one, which is the Golden Glimmer Gloss Shimmering Lip Plumper, and it does have really nice golden flecks on it. I don't think that the camera is going to be able to pick it up. Let me just go ahead and swatch it on the back of my hand so you guys can see it. Okay, and here we have the gloss on the back of the hand, and I am going to put it on just to see if it actually plumps my lips. So here we have my lips regularly with no lip gloss, no nothing whatsoever. And let's go ahead and now apply the Golden Glimmer Gloss from Natasha Denona and see if we see a huge difference. So this one right here doesn't feel like it's burning up. I'm starting to feel just a little bit of tingling, very little, not too much, which is nice. I do feel it actually on my tongue more than I actually do on my lips, which is weird, but I am starting to feel a little bit of tingling, but nothing that is just going to be too intense for me. I really do not like that discomfort when it comes to like plumping lip glosses, but this one again seems to be doing okay, but we will check on it in a little while. Now this lip gloss, I forgot to tell you, but it is also made in Italy. It does have a shelf life of 36 months, which is kind of insane to me because that is a very long time for a gloss, and it does retail for $29. So now let me go ahead and just show you some swatches. priming my eyes using my Hourglass primer. I'm going to use this shade right here in Pana, and I'm using my What's Up Beauty brush in R103. I'm going to use this as my transition shade. Okay, that is super light. I didn't think it was going to be so light, so I'm just going to bring it up a little bit, just to the brow bone. All right, so I thought that this shade was going to be a little bit deeper, more on the peachy side. You can definitely just add this all over your lid. Just add a little bit of a deeper shade on the crease and let that just be your look for the day. Super simple. I'm going to try to create multiple looks with this palette to give you guys an idea in a future video, but just because it's very, very monochromatic, it's not going to be like that difference, but we can always try to get creative and see what we can, you know, we can come up with. But anyways, now going back with the palette, I am going to take now the shade in Aria with the same brush, and I'm going to use that. That definitely has more pigmentation. I'm going to add that to the crease and stand it out and start creating my shape by bringing this shade to my lower lashes and just bringing it up. The quality on the Natasha Denona's eyeshadows are just definitely so beautiful. They are super easy to build up, to blend. There's never difficulties for me to create looks using Natasha Denona eyeshadow palettes. It doesn't apply too much pigment where you feel a little bit overwhelmed. It's definitely buildable, but you do not have to go in the palette like 20 times in order for you to be able to see the color. So it is very, very nice. One of my favorite formulas, if not my favorite formula to work with. I do have 2 eyeshadow palettes in my makeup kit from Natasha Denona, and I mean, if I can put them all in there I would, but then what am I gonna use? Let's go ahead and now move on to the next shade, and I am going to take a smaller brush. This one is the What's Up Beauty R108 brush. I absolutely love these brushes right here. It's super tiny. They're very similar to the Refer brushes, just in case you guys are interested. I am going to be linking the websites to Refer and also the What's Up Beauty, just in case you guys are interested. But I am going to take this brush in the shade Teak, and I'm going to just add a little bit more definition. This definitely has a little bit more warmth than the previous shade. I'm just going to add it to the outer corner like that, like creating a little triangle. Going back with the previous brush and also the previous shade, just going to blend it. Going back with Teak again. Now taking this pencil brush right here, which is the R101 brush, and I'm going to go in with a darker shade, which is Log, and I'm going to use that on my lash line and just creating like a small wing with it, and also just bringing it inside a little bit on the crease, just to give us a little bit of definition. And also running that really, really close on my lash line in the outer part, going halfway in. Again, just creating that wing and bringing it on my lower lashes, halfway in, and also on the crease. And let's go ahead and use some sparkle and taking the shade in Fizzy, and I'm going to add that to the center of my lid. I'm going to use this brush right here, which is the R106 brush, and the shade in Aura, which is this pale gold. We're really gonna build it up and just swipe it to meet it with Fizzy. So I'm going to run this bright yellow gold right here, which is called Oro. And I'm using a Refer 03 brush. I'm going to use this shade on my lower lashes. Going back with the shade in Log, I'm just going to darken the outer corner just a little bit more. I'm going to use this brown liner from Natasha Denona for the first time. I love her liners, the ones that she came out with, the Yucca palette. Love those liners, so I had to get the brown one and also the burgundy one. I think my sister took the black one, which is totally fine. So I'm going to tight line. And I'm also going to add it to my waterline. I'm going to take the shade in Canva, just a little bit with my finger. I'm just going to tap it right in the center. So I think that has like a little bit more sparkles and it's going to marry the two shades that we have. Yeah, I don't think that made a huge difference, but I can definitely see that it did make just a little tweak to the look, which I do like. I'm going to be using this little sample for the YSL mascara. This one is the Lash Clash. Some of you guys were asking me which mascara I use in one of my looks, and it was this one right here that just gave me so much length and volume, which I absolutely adore. It is so pricey, but it is so good. All right, let me finish putting the mascara on. I'm going to do my foundation and then I'll be right back so we can apply the rest of the items. So now that we have the rest of the makeup on, let's go ahead and apply the final touches, which is a highlighter and the lip gloss again. So let's go ahead and start with this one right here. I'm just going to swatch them for you guys. So here we have the swatches for the golden highlighter trio from Natasha Denona. It feels really nice and smooth to the touch, really silky, very, very buttery, but they do seem very intense. I am of course going to try this one first, just because this one seems to be like the perfect shade for my skin tone. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to use my so trusty brush that I use all the time, which is the Anastasia Beverly Hills A23 brush. I've been having this brush for like millions of years. And let's just see. Of course it has to be the one that broke, but I already called Sephora and they are sending me a replacement. Plus they said that they were going to send me some extra like samples and goodies, which is really nice. But here goes the highlighter. So I'm just removing a little bit of the pigmentation from the brush so I can go ahead and blend it out. And it looks so nice and beautiful, very, very smooth, but you do have to blend it out. So you have to go in with a little bit. Now, that is if you are into highlighters. Is it going to emphasize the texture that you have? Absolutely yes. Just because it is a highlighter, it is definitely going to attract the attention right there. It's not like a liquid highlighter that kind of becomes one with your skin. This is definitely a true highlighter that we already know from back in 2016, to be honest with you guys. So that looks absolutely beautiful though. I don't think that I would use any of these two shades quite often, just because this one is a little bit on the icy side, maybe during the winter time, maybe. And this one right here, I can definitely add it as a blush topper if that's what I wanted to do, but I really just see myself reaching for this one. So is it worth your $55 just for that alone if I'm going to be using only one shade? No, absolutely not. If you are a working makeup artist, you do not have a highlighting palette and you need one just in case, and just in case you don't have the Dior one, then I can see yourself picking this up. But to be quite frank with you guys, I don't see myself reaching for this palette, just because I am not into highlighters as I used to be. I am usually satisfied with a glowing blush versus using a matte blush and then going in with a highlighter. That is just not what I do anymore. You know, so unless my makeup techniques or my makeup style changes, because it does all of the time, it is definitely changing, evolving, then maybe this palette could be used. Formula wise though, absolutely beautiful, as you can see. Now let's go ahead and finish up the look with this lip gloss right here. And I always try to remember to clean the applicator before I go back in, just so I don't like mess it up. I don't like that. All right guys, and this is the final look. I'm gonna be like super honest with you guys. I usually don't use like gold tones on me. I don't know why. I just feel like it just does not go well with my skin tone, but I do really like this look. And just adding the little pop of color of this really true yellow gold right here in the lower lashes, I think that it was just a nice touch, and I am feeling this look. I'm definitely feeling like very bronzy, golden for sure. But anyways, let's go ahead and talk about the golden collection from Natasha Denona and my overall thoughts when it comes to the palette and the rest of the collection. Let's go ahead and start with the Natasha Denona golden palette. I absolutely love the packaging. I love that it's a meaty size, and I pretty much have all of these shades already in my collection. I do like it that it's in one palette, and that is Natasha Denona's formula, which is absolutely outstanding, very nice, easy to use, pigmented but not too pigmented where you feel a little bit overwhelmed in blending it out. It is super easy to understand. I do really like that we have this cool tone brown shade to really intensify the look and to make it a little bit more smoky. If that is where you want to take it, you can do so much everyday look, glam looks, and just very bronzy. Even use it for summer, but also take it into fall for sure. I really do like the palette overall. The quality again is absolutely gorgeous. Only thing that I have to say is that this is the darkest shade in the palette. So I'm just thinking about those of you with deeper complexions, how is this going to work just to deepen out your look? Maybe you're gonna have to go into a different palette, but the other shades, especially the shimmery shades, are definitely going to stand out on your skin tone. But that is my only thing when it comes to the eyeshadow palette. I think that is absolutely worth it, especially if you did not pick up the gold palette. I'm just saying. It is absolutely beautiful. So now talking about the golden highlighter trio, you guys already know, pretty much got the gist of how I'm feeling about it. I don't think that it's worth the $55 just because you're not going to be able to use all of these 3 shades unless, again, you are a working makeup artist, then maybe yes. But if you're just buying this and you're only going to be using 1 shade out of the 3, then it's definitely not worth your $55. Quality though, absolutely beautiful. I mean, it blended into the skin so nicely. And again, that brush from Anastasia Beverly Hills that I've had for over 10 years in my collection is just the perfect brush for this type of formula. That's just my take on it. Now, when it comes to the lip gloss from Natasha Denona, yes, it is definitely plumping. I mean, I do see a little something going on there for sure, but it's not uncomfortable whatsoever. I do feel like it's doing something to the lips. Like I do feel a little bit of tingling, but it's definitely not a burning sensation. It's definitely not uncomfortable whatsoever. Comparing it to other lip plumpings that I have used, that I have tried, and I completely dislike, this one is really nice and beautiful. And the fact that it actually has a 36 months shelf life, that is insane to me. Yes, it is a $29, but you can use it for 36 months. That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. But yeah, but that is it for this Natasha Denona Golden collection. I hope that it was helpful to you guys, especially if you guys were eyeing the palette, the face palette. You just wanted to see swatches. You guys wanted to see it in action. I hope that I was able to assist you with that. Let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about this eye look? What do you guys think about the whole entire look overall? Let me know in the comment section. But you guys, that is it. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for your love, your time, and support. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already, and I will see you next time.